Hi, welcome back to Elements in Focus. My name is Aaron Rheaume, the Director of Financial Planning. As always, I've got Grant Sullivan, Manager of Advisor Operations, with me, and today we're going to talk about legacy planning. If you're new to this video series, every week on Friday, Grant and I are breaking down our 5 critical elements. We look at your life after work, tax planning, the investment playbook, risk management, and life happens, and legacy planning. Each week, we cover these topics to give you small bits of information to maybe spark an idea or spark you to reach out to us for some help. Again, this week we're covering legacy planning and specifically about successor trustees. Trust planning is a huge topic in our legacy planning. FEG has created a trust services division, and so this is becoming more and more prevalent. Please, Grant, talk to us about successor trustees. What are they? What do they do? Why are they important inside of trust planning?
Absolutely. So, folks, remember, if you have a trust, you're looking to create a trust, and you create it, you are known as the grantor. You're the original trustee. And so, let's say my spouse and I, my wife, Kim, we create a trust together. Her and I are going to be the 2 trustees, the grantors of this trust. And then the successor trustees, the individual or group of individuals that we would select to run the trust in our passing. So, a couple things on successor trustees you have to remember. They are incredibly powerful people. So you want to make sure that if you have heirs or you're transferring assets to organizations or multiple generations, that you trust these individuals who are going to be running this document or this estate while you're gone. Because at the end of the day, they are the holders of the keys of the kingdom. Now they have to follow your language. But at the end of the day, they can charge money to be in the trust, to run it. They're responsible for essentially interpreting your language over time. And so make sure they're groups of people you trust if you're not going to use an institution like ours, which is the Financial Enhancement Group Trust Services Division. Because again, we built this division because we wanted to preserve Christmases and Thanksgivings. Because oftentimes, if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, well, my successor trustee is my children. And so that often creates a lot of conflict in families. And we've seen it happen and play out more often than people realize. You select one trustworthy child, and all of a sudden, families are dissolved. And then money creates a lot of tension between individuals. This is why we created the division. Successor trustees also, remember, if you're going to label an individual, it's not a division or a group of people, and it is a group of people or a person, please, please, please make sure you tell them they're going to be the successor trustee.
Yes.
There is nothing worse than having to mourn the loss of someone you deeply care about, and then all of a sudden an attorney hands you or a planner hands you this giant book and says, by the way, you're now in control of mom and dad's or Uncle Tom's estate. Good luck, right? Because now you've taken on a fiduciary responsibility to people you may not even know and a liability you may not want to carry. Filing different tax returns, it is a whole ordeal. So if you're not going to hire an organization or team that does this periodically, you're going to use an individual group of people, please make sure they know they know that they're taking on this responsibility. They understand and respect the liability, and they have a team they can rely on to help make these decisions on your behalf, because it is a big job that we oftentimes just say, oh, Grant will take care of that, or my child will take care of that. They know what to do. They don't, and they don't know what they're signing up for.
Yeah, thank you, Grant. And one other thing that I would highly encourage, and it's very difficult to do, is actually have a family planning meeting. Unfortunately, myself included, you don't want to plan for your own demise. It's not a fun topic to talk about. It is not a fun conversation to have. But if you're going to list family members as your successor trustee, as Grant mentioned, please let them know that they're going to be the successor trustee and actually have a meeting with them to discuss how you want your trust to be handled so they understand your wishes.
And one other thing to that as well, thanks for sparking this, is that in that successor trustee, remember, this is not all just about when you pass, but what happens if you're lingering, right? Because of a medical condition, Alzheimer's, and I hate to say these things because sometimes this can be a hard discussion for most families, right? Parkinson's, all these things that happen. Who those people are going to take care of you while you're fading away? Because again, that's another important decision you have to make.
Yes, and great point there, Grant. If you do have questions or you want to schedule a complimentary Next Steps meeting, questions, send those to talktofeg@yourlifeafterwork.com. If you'd like to schedule a meeting, reach out to us at 800-928-4001. Brittany will be there to answer the phone and get you scheduled with one of the advisors on our team. As a reminder, if you want a more market-related information, Adam and Andrew, our portfolio managers, send out our market carver every Thursday around 11 a.m. So you can tune into that, get more market-related content. Grant and I will continue doing our Elements in Focus every Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Please have a wonderful day.